Hi everyone, this is Ed from Demon Speed Motorsports. I'm here to talk to you today about a simple little part that can really improve your track experience. The part is this right here. This is the front engine blade on your 996 or 997 Cup car. From the factory, these parts are stamped steel with bushings welded on either end. Now, what Demon Speed has done is we have gone ahead and we have modified the part so that it is a stainless steel water jetted part with aluminum 7075, very strong aluminum, bolted on ends. Now the reason why this is important, so what can happen to the original part is it's prone to cracking, and the crack will actually happen right between where the stamped steel part is and the bushings on the end, right where it's welded. So you really have to check these once or twice a year to make sure that you're not starting to get fatigue cracks through here. Now fatigue comes from the engine moving around, right? Even though it's solid, everything, all your bushings on a Cup car are solid, everything's still moving around a little bit. And that little bit of movement creates stresses. And the stresses are highest or most pronounced right where the weld is, because it's a little bit more brittle right there from the weld material being a little bit stronger than the bushing or the blade itself. So what we've done with the Demon Speed part is, as I mentioned, it's stainless steel material that has been water jetted out to have the right shape, the right holes, everything to just bolt right onto yours. But what we've done is we've added 7075 aluminum ends onto the parts that are bolted in. Now this reduces or eliminates any kind of fatigue failure on the ends. And you know, it's not something new. It's not something that we came up with on our own. These are actually Porsche RSR parts. So if you had a 997 RSR, it would have an engine blade that would be just like this one. It's a little bit different size. The holes are a little bit different. Everything's a little bit different. But we've created one specifically to replace the factory Cup blade. And what we've seen with other engine blades and other racers is what can happen is either because of contact or because of any issues, the blade can get bent, right? Just like this. And we've seen this. So it's got a little bit of a kink. We've straightened it out, but there's a little bit of a kink, and we don't really think much of it. We tap it down, we make sure it's all right. But what that did was that added a little bit more stress, and because it's already bent, it's prone to bend again in that area. What you want to do is really replace this blade, either with a brand new one or with the Demon Speed replacement. Replace the blade, don't take the chance. Got a little story for you. This engine blade is from a 996 Cup car. You can tell it's black instead of the 997 red. And you can see that one of the bushings is completely sheared off. What had happened is a local racer, a fellow racer, during a race weekend had gone out, and he had a crack that was, you know, slowly but surely working its way through the welded area. And in the middle of a session, the weld broke, and the engine actually dropped, which he didn't realize right away. But what happened was that the power steering line got pulled out of the power steering pump, which sprayed power steering fluid all over the engine compartment, which, as we know, power steering fluid is flammable. And inevitably, the engine compartment caught on fire. It got put out pretty quickly, and everything turned out all right, but there was a lot of damage, a lot of parts that needed to be replaced. So that's probably the worst case scenario if something tragic like this were to happen, but it can happen. So the important thing is to check your engine blades for cracks. Don't try to re-weld the cracks. That only makes them more brittle and more prone to crack and have this kind of problem in the future. So the Demon Speed engine plate. This is good for the 996, 997, GT3 Cup cars. It will also fit the 996, 997, GT3, GT2, and turbo cars, but only with the solid cup mounts also offered by Demon Speed Motorsports. So choose the engine blade that's safer, stronger, and costs less money than the stamped steel factory replacement for Motorsports. Thank you. Come visit Demon Speed Motorsports and we'll talk to you again soon.